It is the Flow Friday Night Sports Show, and it's time to welcome back to the program now to talk about our beautiful Southern Mallee Giants crew and Wimmera netball in general. Micky George is back. How are you, mate?
How you going, Jase? Happy Friday. How exciting it is to be back and talking.
Yeah, Friday with a difference. Finally some sport to look forward to. It's been far too long, Micky. You excited?
Yeah, absolutely. Myself and the girls here at Giant Town are really, really excited to get back on the court and get out there and get some wins on the board, that's for sure.
Well, there's a clear and obvious reason as to why you would be excited. I mean, top of the pops at the moment. If we have a look at that A-grade ladder and just remind people why the Southern Mallee Giants would be keen to get back underway. 9-0, top of the ladder, a game clear of Horsham. Dimboola, they're a couple of games clear of them. The Warwick Eagles and Stawell make up the top five at the moment, but the Horsham Saints are still knocking on the door, and Minyip can still make it as well. But what's the situation now with the remainder of the season? Do you know, obviously there's no crowds this week in terms of who can come to the game, so it's just players only. Is that the deal?
Yeah. So this week we lead into round 15 for the Wimmera League. No crowds, no spectators. It's a COVID-safe event. The Wimmera League has done a tremendous job in organising and following the guidelines as per the lockdown restrictions from the government. So we'll play the next two rounds as per this current lockdown rules for the Victorian government. And then everything will be reassessed, and the league will have another meeting and decide sort of what happens for the final couple of rounds and leading into finals. So, yeah, a little bit of different sort of setup in regards to how country sports normally played, but by all means, we're very lucky and excited to get back on the netball and football field. And, yeah, true credit to the Wimmera League and the committee members in each club for having continuous meetings and chats. So, yeah, really looking forward to it, Jason.
Well, it's been nearly a month since you last had a game. Back on the 10th of July was the Southern Mallee Giants last hit out. You beat Minyip that day 51-30, and that was the 10th of July. You'll play again on the 7th of... that's the 31st of July you'll play this weekend. So, better part of 3 weeks since you've had a game. How are the girls going? Is it like doing another pre-season? What's it been like?
Yeah, so our social chats and our commitment to our club has been really strong over the past couple of weeks. We've had a lot of online sessions, a lot of group sessions outside of obviously the netball club. So training within the fitness guidelines of the government, of course, due to lockdown. But the girls have stayed really connected and kept the vibes there, the excitement, the passion. So it has been different, and of course, with a few wet and rainy days thrown into the lovely July weather, it has been tricky by all means. But yeah, really looking forward to training and getting back onto the court full time.
Well, I'm so glad that you managed to get back to play this week because whilst spectators won't be able to watch it, I can't wait to see the result of this game. Your match in the A grade will be against Horsham. So we'll talk about them club-wise and your girls club-wise in a moment. But, gee whiz, this A grade clash at Horsham, it's going to be a beauty. It's the top of the table.
Yeah, it's really, really exciting. 1 versus 2. Last time we come up against Horsham in round 5, we did just manage to run away with the 4 points and snag a win by single-figure margin. So I'm looking forward to seeing how Horsham front up this week. I think it will be a bit of a wet game. There is a bit of rain forecast, and I think there will be a couple of different lineups in regards to the Horsham team and the Southern Mallee Giants team when we face each other in round 15.
Yeah, so what do you do here? Do you keep a little bit up your sleeve? Do you go all guns out to get the minor premiership? How do you approach it as coach?
Look, by all means, I'm sure any coach will agree with me. We all love to win, but yeah, definitely I suppose the final dance in September is the whole reason we do coach and commit to a season. So I'd like to think I always have things up my sleeve, Jason, but I'm sure Horsham will definitely come out and definitely want to take away a win leading into September. So by all means, whichever way it goes, I'll be proud of the girls, and the circumstances that we've been faced with this year are very tricky and very different to what we've ever done before. So we'll just get out there and give it our very, very best. But, Horsham have got a very nice lineup, that's for sure.
They do, and they're a strong club. How are you going to face up against them in other grades? Because they are a strong club from top to bottom, really, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They've had a little bit of movement as far as I'm aware within the club. A couple of injuries in the A grade have definitely pushed a few of the B grade girls up to give them a chance. So our B grade girls definitely need to win the next couple of weeks to keep their finals hopes alive. They are sitting nicely in sixth position with the same points and very similar percentage to fifth. So opportunities are still there. C grade, I think, unfortunately, unless there is some major upsets, their finals chances may have slipped away from us. But the under-17s are sitting very, very nicely in the ladder position, and they are looking very comfortable at playing finals. So I think this week will be a very good hit out for the under-17s, and I'm sure Trudy and Hayley will be hoping that the girls can bring home the 4 points.
It's a cracking week to come back in terms of matchups for other clubs as well. I mean, we talk about Horsham and the Southern Mallee Giants. Just about every fixture's match of the round material. You've got Dimboola taking on the Warwick Eagles. I mean, the battle for the double chance there, third and fourth on the ladder. This game will be a big one as well.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how 3 and 4 goes. Eagles versus Dimmy. Obviously, I can't comment. I haven't seen Dimboola play yet this season, Jason, as our previous lockdown. We missed that Dimboola game. We have just recently played Eagles. They came out very strong, different surface and type of ground that we played on there in Anzac Park, but definitely Ashland had the girls fine-tuned and they have improved tremendously since very early in the season. So I was impressed with the Eagles. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to lock in the Eagles for this week, Jase, I think, because I just think with their level of passion and commitment and their level heads through the midcourt and leading into the goal ring there with Molly Stewart and Bridie McKenzie, I think that's just going to be a really strong combination there. I think it will be too strong for Dimboola's defence.
I'll tell you what, the other two games, the Horsham Saints and Ararat. Now, both of these sides need a win to stay in touch with the top 5. So, in particular, this is a huge game for the Horsham Saints.
Yeah, Saints are sitting just out of the top 5, and by the look of the following rounds, I've just had a squiz recently, they do need to keep that winning streak sort of happening. Otherwise, I think their finals chances might be slipping away from them. By all means, Ararat is sitting quite comfortably there in 8th position, but when we did play them for their final game of the first phase of the season, they came out very strong and they did impress me. It would definitely be a big upset for Saints if Ararat were to come away with the win, but I think Abby Hallam in goal attack for the Saints is just going to be too much for the defensive pressure of the Rats. But by all means, you never know what can happen.
Minyip Matoa, last chance for them too, and if they beat Stawell in the other fixture, then they're right back in the finals picture. So this is a big game for both clubs as well. Stawell could just about sew up their finals fortunes if they can win this.
Absolutely, yeah, this is a huge game. Obviously, we played Minyip Matoa Burrows just recently before the lockdown, and we did really enjoy our game there at Matoa. If the Burrows do get up and have a win and create an upset here over Stawell, and Saints win over Ararat, then that could almost diminish Stawell's finals chances. So if a few upsets sort of do happen over the next couple of weeks, Jase, there's a lot of movement that can happen between 4th, 5th and 6th that, really could shake up the table. Officially,
it's round 15 of Wimmera netball. Looking forward to seeing how your Southern Mallee Giants go. And we'll look forward to catching up with you next week, Mickey, to talk about the results.
Thanks heaps, Jase. So all the very best for the Wimmera League and go the Southern Mallee